Hey, what's up? I'm back to do a follow up on that Cartagena video that I made about a month and some change back. I didn't realize until recently that people actually watched it. I just put it up there because a friend of mine I knew was going to be going out there, and I wanted to make a video. It was actually just going to be going out there like pretty soon after I made that video, and I just wanted to list some things, you know, for him to check out in case he was still going. Just wanted to give him just a heads up about how things move out there a little bit, and some things that he could get into. So I didn't really think to go back to that video, look at comments or anything like that. It was really just a video for a friend of mine and for anybody else that came across it and just wanted to know stuff. Um but recently I've been getting slammed in my Instagram DMs, which nobody talks to me on Instagram. My Instagram is going to be in the comment section or in the description. I'm sorry. I'm just so out of the loop with doing YouTube these days. I'm so far removed, but at some point I'll get back to it. But yeah, I've been getting hit in my DMs on Instagram. I'm like, what the hell? Why are all these people coming to me for my like Cartagena? And I go and I check and I say, oh, okay. Now look at the comments. I'm like, oh, shoot. And I don't know any of these people. So I decided to do a follow-up video because there was a few questions in there that I could easily answer right here in the video. And I'm going to do that. And I'm going to try my best to spare you of the 40 minutes that would make you think twice about clicking on it. So I'm going to try to knock this out in about 15 minutes. Think I can do 15? Maybe. I don't know. I talk a lot. I just like to speak. In this video, and again, these are just some of the questions that's popped up to me on Instagram, and I've gotten to those people, but it's stuff that either I didn't answer in that video, or maybe I wasn't clear with, but I'm going to be a little more precise here. I'm going to talk about safety again, places to eat. I don't think I talked about that at all. I'm going to mention clubs. I'm going to talk about the beaches, the islands that you can go to. And I'm also going to talk about the different types of women, including hookahs. For some reason, I don't know, maybe I might have to go back and watch that video. But if I gave you guys the impression that I go out there for sex tourism, I don't. However, I am very knowledgeable on how that world works. I'm not an expert. I'm very knowledgeable because I have checked so many like I said, I watched videos and got in contact, just like you guys got in contact with me. I got in contact with those creators for 2 years before I even thought about going to Colombia. So, and then going out there and just experiencing the different types of women, there's some things that I can share. Or there's some things that I can say. And it's not really hard for me to pick up on how women move. It's not a brag. It's not even a humble brag. I've experienced life with women. Sue me. Now I am going to snuffle and sniff, and my nose is going to be running. I apologize sincerely because I am getting over a flu and I'm almost back to normal. So there's gonna be some jump cuts like now. Let's do the clubs first because I can knock that out quick because I wasn't really a club goer. There are clubs that you can go to, and a couple of them are off the beaten path, such as Androgen, I believe, is off the beaten path. Delirium is off the beaten path. I have a little list of stuff right here that I'm going to talk about. Omnia, I believe, is in the Relo, but one of the things that you can go to those clubs, and those clubs are more of the women there are more of the sex working women. So if that's something that you are into or something that you want to check out, you can find them there. You will definitely find regular women there. But, a lot of the sex working women, they go into these clubs. Now, here's the thing, and this is why it's so hard to give you guys pinpoint clubs to go to. It's because they always getting shut down. Like, monthly, these clubs are getting shut down. They're getting put in another location. it's all the time. So it's kind of hard to pinpoint and tell you exactly which clubs you can go to, but those are still open. Those names do ring bells out there. If you just so happen to be out there and it's shut down during the time that you're out there, don't worry about it. You could go right to the Raylo, the Clock Tower, the downtown, or whatever it is they call it. And there's clubs inside of there that you can go to, clubs and lounges that you can go inside there. Now, the working women are not allowed in the clubs in the Raylo.
Hey, where the bitches at? It's supposed to be titties. Where the fucking titties and the bitches?
So if you want the working women, you can go right outside. And they're just walking. Tons of them, like at least 100 of them. They'll just be outside. So, and I mentioned this because I've been asked about it. You know what? I might have to do this in the members only section where I can give more detail. I'm gonna do that in the members. When this video comes out, I'm already going to have a video in the members only section where I go into more detail about these different types of women. In this video, I'll mention the women. I'll talk about the women, but I'm not going to go into explicit. So in the clubs, in the center, Raylo, Clock Tower, you can go there, and you might even see American women in there, and Black women in there. Now, again, I might have said this in the last video, or in that video, I don't know what they're doing there, but they're there, so I guess Black women want to tour Cartagena too. All right, cool. There's tons of stuff for them to do as well. Let's see. So Androgen, Omnia, Delirium, those are, I believe, on the outskirts, and then there's the lounges that are in the Raylo. Boom. So that covers clubs, right? That covers clubs. Now, for the people that aren't really night people, because I've gotten this in the DMs as well, for the people that aren't night people that want to do stuff more in the daytime, again, plenty of stuff to do. I'm going to get this out of the way again, because there are people that are looking for these types of girls. If you're looking for this specific type of woman, you can go to Playa Hollywood, which is the main beach along the Cartagena. Unless you want to, get on the boat and go to the islands in Cartagena, Playa Hollywood is where you will find those type of women. They walking all day from about, I don't know, maybe about 10 in the morning, about 9, 10 in the morning till about whenever they shut it down, which is sundown. So around 5, 6 o'clock when the sun's coming down, gotta go. You'll find them there. And again, it's kind of annoying being there because there's so many vendors that's coming up to you trying to sell you stuff. Oh, okay. Somebody left a comment in my video where I mentioned the beggars, right? It was like, man, there's beggars out there too, huh? For someone that hasn't been there, I can't understate how bad it is when it comes to people trying to sell you something. And I mean, do I have it with me this time? I know I said it in the other video. I don't have it with me this time either. These little beads that you go on they're actually pretty cool. I actually wear them. But something as simple as that, they will sell you anything. They'll go pick some shells off the beach and put a string in them and try to sell. Like, they will I'm telling you, I'm understating how annoying it is. If you've never been there, for anybody that has been there, in the comment section, please tell them how much I'm under exaggerating this. It's bad. It's really, and it's not just there. It's everywhere. It's really bad. All right, begging part aside, that's where you can find those type of women. If you're looking for those type of women in the daytime, I don't know if you can find them anywhere else, because in the daytime it's pretty much normal, like everyday moving people, hustle and bustle. Like, even if you go to the Clock Tower to Raylo, it's a different world during the daytime. They're doing little shows, little events. You got your different types of vendors, that like real vendors out there, but they're not trying to hassle you, but like real vendors out there. There's tons of people, there's tons of families, there's restaurants galore, and I'm gonna get to restaurants in a second. There's tons to do in the walled city during the daytime. If you want to go to the beaches, meaning the islands, I have 3 that I can recommend, and it's because the only 3 I've been to, but there are more. Let's start with Shalom. By the way, and hopefully I've already had them playing because I got this green screen behind me, so I'm gonna have stuff in the background. Shalom is an island. It's their party island, where there's like different like teepees in the water. Like they'll have these teepees in the water where it's just a dope vibe. Just everybody just out there partying. People are on their yachts, they're on their boats, and music's bumping and yada yada. And you could just go there. You can go there without a breezy, without a woman. You can go there without a woman, and you could pick up some stuff. It ain't gonna be that easy, but you can. And that's more of the lively party vibe right there. Bora Bora, again, this is something you actually want to bring a chick to. And this just reminded me of some DMs that I was going back and forth with the guy, and he was talking about, all right, well, if you get one of the sex working women, can you take them to? And the answer is yes. I'm gonna. Oh, how do I talk about that without talking about that? We'll see when I get to the end of the video. I am at 12 minutes right now, so it's not going to be 40. Okay, that's Bora Bora. You can go there with a woman. It's a nice chill beach. They have a pool there. They have the private tents where you can like lay up with your lady and not lay in the sand, but like on like an actual like bed type of thing. It's a real dope vibe. Probably is going to be in the background of me right now. And then we have I'm going to say this wrong, Palmetto Beach. And this one, again, you're going to want to bring somebody with you. You can find girls there, but I wouldn't count on it. You're better off bringing a chick with you. You could do jet skis out there. They also have a pool. Of course, you got your beach. You got the little teepees that you can lay and relax in with your breezy. They give all these places comes with food and drinks. The first one is on them. And how do you book these things? You got to look it up. You could get a travel advisor. I don't think you need to do that. Just Google the name of these places, Google how to book or how to reserve, and just, you can go to where you get your boat and you can pay there. Or if you want to do like more of a yacht, the yacht thing would be more for Cholome, since that's about 45 minutes away. Whereas Bora Bora and Palmetto is probably like a 10-minute boat ride just right across. It was actually right across from my hotel where I was staying. Like I could look from my hotel, and I'm showing you right now, but I could look from my hotel and see the island. That's how it's not close, but you can't swim there, obviously, but you just take a regular boat there. And you do that with your chick. Complimentary food and drinks on the first run. After that, you're paying for them. So that's the beaches. Did I get all of them? Bora Bora. Yep, got it. All right. Safety. Let me get the safety thing out of the way. Quick, fast. Maybe in my initial video, maybe I made it scary. Cartagena's not dangerous. In the tourist areas, you don't really have a reason to leave the tourist areas and go to the barrios. You don't have a reason to. Like, even if a chick wants to say, hey, I want to invite you over to meet my family. No. If you don't speak the language, hell no. But if she's inviting you to meet her family and it's your first time out there, they can do that. They'll I'm not saying they'll try to do that to set you up. I'm gonna have to talk about the women. But they're not against trying to get you to meet their family. Let me just say that. But there's no reason for you to leave the tourist areas. In the tourist areas, you're like as safe as you feel at home. If we're my people that live in Newark, Camden, or whatever other hoods like Patterson, where I grew up, or wherever other hood you're from in the States, I would say I feel safer in Cartagena than I do in these. I went to Camden and was terrified, by the way. But I feel safer out there than I do here. And I solo travel both times. I've never left this country with anybody but myself, ever. I've only left by myself. So even though I've met people out there that are also from the States, I've met people out there, and you will find people from the States, you dap them up, still, you want to be safety. It's safe. The only reason why I talked about safety as much as I did in that video is because things can happen. And I want to make sure that I relay the message as well as possible so that you can be on your P's and Q's when it comes to your safety, because in Colombia, it can happen. Now, in Cartagena, it's gone down a lot because they've put an assertive effort into trying to stop it in the tourist zones, but they've put a concerted effort into trying to stop it. And in the tourist areas, they've done very, very well. Again, if you go to the barrios and you don't come back, that's on you. In the tourist area, you're fine. You're completely safe. I've gotten a bunch of messages about safety, about safety concerns, and that's why they were weighing their options on where to go and where not to go. Cartagena, you're safe. Just watch your drink. Just watch it. Keep it covered and keep it with you. If you leave it, it ain't yours no more. Just like I said in the other video. Just pay attention to your surroundings. I will say this: from the time you leave the airport, there are eyes on you. Especially if you leave your chains and your watches at home. Leave even the cheap stuff, even the fake stuff. Leave it home. You're coming in there with something that may be normal to you, but these people will probably never be able to touch something like that in their lives because they don't have a life that would grant them that. They won't have a life that can grant them, say, $100 for one of these Jackson chains. And that's, anybody that knows. It's a website. They got like the cheap chains. Cost about $100. They won't get $100 of expendable money in their life to just get one. But you have it. And you're far away from home. And you don't speak the language they do. They plot. And it's not that they're plotting on you. They have a system. Oh, here I am with the scare tactics again. God damn it. You just got to know how to move. When you do the research that I've done and you get there and you pay attention and you see how many people are looking at you, you got to know why. Just leave the bullshit at home. I mean, you can come in your Jordans out. You don't have to, because you don't have to try to impress anybody. Trust me, you don't have to try to impress. You don't have to come out there Gucci down, Balenciaga this. You don't have to. I promise you. Even for the bet, they don't care. The women don't care. Do you have money? Yes. Can you provide? Yes. You can just tell them. And they'll be like, oh, okay, cool. And they'll hold you to it. It doesn't matter what you're wearing. Because they'll look at you as, oh, here's another gringo. Or here's another passport bro. And I am by no way, shape, or form a passport bro. Can't afford to be. But they'll look at you and they'll see that you're going above and beyond to try to stand out. And they'll put you in the box as that type of guy. And when you're that type of guy, one, they know to run up the price on you. That's number one. If you want to hang out with them, they're going to take you to all of the spots that are way more. You'll get gringoed. Let's just leave it at that. And I explained gringoed in my last video about Cartagena. You'll get gringoed. If you come out there looking like you want to be gringoed, you're going to get gringoed. Just like I'm dressed now, it's normal. Just go out there like this. Go out there regular. Super regular. You don't have to try to impress. Like, I say this because the girl I was with, and I'm gonna have it here in the background. The girl I was with was telling me, and I have a screenshot of the message, how it was these black, there's always the black guys. Black dudes, they're up at the rooftop, they're dining at the rooftop or at a rooftop bar, and they're throwing money to the people on the ground. Why? 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 I don't know. Looking at my time, I'm at 21 minutes. Again, under 40. All right, let's wrap that up. That's safety. Safety was simple. All right, places to eat. I am going to butcher these names, but let me move this here and slide this over here so I can see. Okay. I'm gonna have to talk about the women in another video, just for the sake of this being a long video. I'm gonna talk about women in a different video. I hope you guys don't mind. We have, I'm gonna say these names wrong because I don't speak Spanish, but the Elysia Rooftop Dining, which is on top of the Movich Hotel. These are all the ones I'm going to name here. These are all in the walled city, in the Raylo, the clock tower. That's a good rooftop. They even got a pool there that you can like sit with your chick and like eat in the pool there. It's kind of dope little setup there. But it's a nice vibe. They got the lights right in the back, and I have a picture of me where the clock tower is just right behind you, or whatever color it is that night. It's just a real dope vibe. All these places, just dope vibes. I'm gonna give you the rooftops first and then the indoor ones next. But for that place, not sure that they do breakfast, and finding good breakfast spots is not easy. I don't think that this place does breakfast. But again, the food, all 5 of these spots are gonna be just beautiful food. That's the Elysia, Alyzia Rooftop Dining on top of the Movich Hotel. And when you walk in, I've got the video in the back. You can see how it is. Then we have the Tino. San Valentino is so dope. You can go there for breakfast, brunch, dinner. You can do all of it. Breakfast, brunch, lunch, and dinner. Beautiful food. All of these places are super affordable. And by super affordable, let's say I go there with someone, right? We get 3 entrees, we get 4 drinks, and by drinks I mean liquor, and dessert. And the entire bill for most of these places is going to be $50 to $70 for all of that. And you will be full. You will be full. So that's what I mean by affordable. So when you go to these places and you don't even worry about it. Now, come to America and see how much all this stuff costs, especially in these type of places. But San Valentino, beautiful food, great food, very affordable. This is an indoors place. They don't have a rooftop, but they do have a live band. But the live band is only at night. You can only find them at night. Great food. Let me see what I have for them. Latin, indoors, breakfast, live band at night. Yep. All right, cool. Then I'm about to butcher another name. Buena Vida. Oh, that's easy. They actually are more on the Caribbean side with their seafood. It's still Latin, but it's more Caribbean. And they are a rooftop. They start around the brunch times. Again, dope vibe. All these places, again, dope vibe. Some have rooftops, some don't. This one does. Then we have Kona. Easy to say. This is an indoor spot. They do the music. They actually have sushi. So if you're looking for a sushi spot, they do sushi. And let's see, I have music, brunch, Latin, and sushi. Yep. So that's that place. Again, affordable as well. Everything's affordable. And then we have Urena by Sophia Hotel Rooftop. And that is a Latin breakfast spot. They also breakfast, lunch, brunch, dinner. And for anybody that need a vegan option, they do vegan food there as well. Again, rooftop, dope vibes, dope scenery. Like anytime you're on the rooftop and you're in the walled city, it's just a dope view from up there. Any time of the day. All right. Where are we at? 26 minutes. Let me tell you about the different types of women real quick. Okay, you have your sex working women. Let me start by saying this. You can talk to any type of woman. You can and I mean, like, nobody's standoffish. You can actually talk to them like regular human beings. But the women there, for the most part, they all play a certain type of game. And that could be the sex working women, that could be your regular women, that could be your regular working women. And by regular working, I mean like work at this place, work at that place, like that. Blah, blah, blah. But each of them play a certain type of game. And in the end, the goal is to extract something from you. But the way that they look at extracting something from you isn't the way it's deemed in America. In America, it almost feels like a I'm trying to get over on you, me against you sort of thing, or I'm using you for this. Whereas over there, it's more of an accustomed to thing. I mentioned the word earlier where it's like resources. However, the way that they use resources versus how we use resources is different. For them, that's their lifestyle. Like, they marry into resources. But if you don't have it, it doesn't mean that they don't want you. But you do have to be able to provide something in order to keep something long term, for those of you who want to keep something long term. For example, the girl I was talking to out there, the main girl, you know what? Yeah, let me not say that's personal. It wasn't about to be about her. It was about to be about some other girls that she know, but it's not fair for me to do that in public. Let's say some of the girls that she knew, like the people that they're engaged to or married to here in the States, these guys, they drive Uber, or they do gig work. And now, I'm not putting down anybody that drives Uber or do gig work. Shit, I've done it myself. And I know how much of a hustle it is. So, but when I hear that, and I hear like, oh, and then they come to Cartagena and they out there just living it up and doing X, Y, and Z. And I'm like, wait, how are they doing that? And then when they explain to me what I'm like, well, how are they living over here in America on that? And then they tell me, and I'm like, oh, okay, it makes sense. But over there in Cartagena, it actually looks like it's like you're living like a king out there. So the way we view money versus how they view money is different. Again, it's not like they're trying to use you. It's just the expectancy that they have, not just of you. Yeah, of you, because they know that the men out there don't have it. That doesn't mean that they're trying to, well, I take that. They're not all trying to seek people from outside of whatever country they're in. They're looking for a good life, just like anywhere else in the world. And they also have about, now going back to Colombian women, they also have this thing about how the Colombian men treat them. And it's not good. However, I'm going to have to make a different video for that. I'm definitely going to have to make a different video for that, because we are at the 30-minute mark and I am ending this video. I touched on everything. If you want hookahs, I told you where to find them. Go have a blast. If you want regular type of women, you can source Twitter, Bumble, or wherever, Instagram as well. You can go outside, you can go to restaurants, and you can find them anywhere. You can. If you speak Spanish, you'll be at a much bigger advantage. And I'm gonna have to make some videos for my members only section where I can talk about other things that I am not talking about in public. I'm not. And I will have pictures. I'm gonna have pictures. Yeah. I mean, I'll have pictures. But I've had pictures in this one, so we're all good. All right. Hopefully I answered everything that people may have had questions about. If you have any other further questions, just drop them down in the comment section below, or you can hit me on Instagram. It's been dope talking to the people that have hit me up on Instagram about, whatever questions you've had about traveling to Colombia, Cartagena. I will say, for the people that are trying to decide if they want to go to Barranquilla, Cali, Cartagena, or Medellin, and they're worried about safety concerns, I would say stay far away from Medellin. I hear that Cali and Barranquilla are both on that scopolamine shit, but Medellin, if you ain't going as a group, just stay away. If you're going by yourself, it's a first-time traveler, or you haven't really traveled much, or it's your first time going to Colombia, stay away until you learn the lay of the land of Colombia. Stay away from Medellin. Your life should be better than that. And by better, I mean you should cherish it more. I know my ass ain't going until I got a gang of folks with me. I'm talking about them YNs. I need the YNs to come with me to Medellin. I do want to go. I need the YNs.